I had a video request from an important patron of mine this morning. This is no microphone, this is Nazar. And, I wasn't going to go on about magic, though. It's supposed to protect us. Some believe the Nazar amulet protects people from the evil eye, as some call this presence. And what somebody requested, though, was Spec Ops Tactical Operator Brian Hess. And I've had no formal military training. I don't want to pretend I've had formal military training, though I am dressed like somebody with formal military training dresses. And here we go, because my fellow Americans are obsessed with guns. It was requested of me to do a brief video presentation about guns. The most important gun you'll invest in is your training. If you're like a homeowner debating between whether you want a revolver or a shotgun, what you should do is go find formal firearms training and have a professional instructor. I'm not a trained professional firearms instructor. What I hope my fellow citizens would do is to go find a professional trained firearms instructor to teach them about firearms. And homeowners are sometimes very, very scared. They'll have experiences that are scary and want to purchase a firearm because the police response times is going to be a commonly cited reason in our country. Here in the USA, it's going to be a commonly cited reason in our country is police response times. I didn't want to sit there for 20 minutes. With the guy breaking down the door. The state law here in Oregon, last time I checked, I'm not a lawyer, last time I checked is the minute like the crazy person's breaking down the door, here I'm allowed to go crazy on them with this chair or the frying pan or the big stick I keep, for example. And if I'm not, and you got to check with your state laws and federal laws, because you're going to want to have an attorney if you prosecute. You're going to want to know which lawyer you're going to want to call. If you're going to end up in that kind of imminent defense of life scenario, and you're going to want to consult a professional trainer about this, absolutely going to want to consult a professional firearms trainer. It's going to be one of the best investments you ever make in your health if you must keep a firearm. If you feel like you must keep a firearm around in your life. It's a very controversial topic, very emotional topic for people here in the United States of America. And so I don't want to go through particular tactical scenarios. I know some firearms. Oops, don't want to disrespect Nazar. What some firearms instructors will advise. What some firearms instructors will advise that I've heard is, after action, after the person has broken down your door and you, for example, pulled out your shotgun and fired one shot and decisively ended the confrontation, maybe you announce something like, armed citizen, please call 911, tell them where I am, tell them what I look like. If you don't, die of a heart attack from firing the gun. Too many gun owners in America are too overweight, where they're actually at risk of dying of like a heart attack or major cardio incident for actually discharging a firearm in such a fashion. Really, entirely too many American firearms owners are overweight like this, and they don't care enough about their health, their body. Having a gun around is a lifestyle, and you're going to have to make changes in your lifestyle if you want to have a firearm around in your life, regardless of what country you live in. I can only speak really to the laws in the United States of America about that. And I can return to other topics later, because this was a particular request from Playarin, who not a paid patron of mine, have Um, I understand myself as an extraterrestrial contactee and a being who announced themselves with the name Playaran. Requested to submit. All right, yeah, I know. With the after action, some firearms experts recommend calling the hospital right away. This is controversy between experts. Instead of calling 911 and saying, yes, hello, I need police to take me to jail right away for the debriefing with my lawyer, so to speak, in so many words. That's not what you're going to say on the phone, probably, according to a professional firearms trainer, but that's what's going to happen is, police are going to want to take you and debrief you. What you do is you call, I've heard another firearms expert tell me, what you do is you're going to call 911 and ask for an ambulance and say, I'm not feeling well, something just happened, or something to that effect. And check with your firearms experts, because in the ambulance, then you can consult with your lawyer. Which you're going to want to have proper legal representation before you ever discharge a firearm. And at least that's the case here in the United States of America, because you murdered. The district attorney might say, you murdered that poor criminal. That it's a person with warrants out in any state. It might just be like, well, I don't want to talk about wound ballistics, but firearms can create very terrible wounds in people with the ballistic trauma they inflict. And I'm grateful I've never seen a gunshot wound. I'm grateful. Gunshot wounds are very terrible. Gunshot wounds are very terrible, and can you trust an alternative like a taser to cause rapid incapacitation immediately? Happens to self-defense experts. So something going on in my life, I'm going to trust like a carbon fiber baseball bat or something like that. I feel like I could be crazy enough with a carbon fiber baseball bat if somebody broke into here without announcing themselves, like knock, knock, knock. Proper announcement. And I don't want to pretend, to be a special operations trained person, the kind of person who deploys a shemagh, like as a traditional Arab garment. I thought they were beautiful. I thought shemaghs were beautiful. I thought the shemagh was beautiful. Since this isn't certainly a fancy special occasion shemagh, and not a, hey, it's me out in the desert. I'm the other jihadist. Yes, we are. We're spec ops. We're just two of the other jihadists running around like crazy people, like nah, nah, nah. And unfortunately, in your real spec ops tactical training, you might learn about disguises if you decide to undertake a spec ops path in life. So, Gods be with those of you that you do. And Playaran, have we addressed the key points you wanted to discuss, Playaran? Oh.
Which may?
All right, and you're gonna need a quality belt. Like there's some special operations tactical kind of people are gonna take like a quality belt. Yeah. If you're it's a good investment even if you're not gonna carry a firearm. It's a quality belt. Yeah. Wearing too high because I've lost weight. And I've gotten skinnier. All right. And so training, legal representation. Yeah. These are two things I hope firearms owners in the USA, possibly exposure to what gunshot wounds do. Look at wound ballistics. Look at what this terrible machine is capable of. Understand what it's capable of. Okay, there's machines that could be terrible. Understand them. You must be the master of the gun. You must not let the gun be the master of you. Right? That's, I'm not a professional firearms trainer, and that's just my opinion. As you need to know everything about that damn gun if you own it already. You can start training yourself by familiarizing yourself completely with any kind of manual that came with the gun. which of course I hope you legally purchased. I don't want to go into more details. Playaran, I didn't hear a response from you, Playaran. Did that cover key information you want to discuss? All right, thank you, Playaran. I think I want to conclude that right there and just say gunshot wounds are terrible. Gunshot wounds can be terrible. And if you want to have a gun around, well, please heed my advice. Gentle viewer.